Frankie Upcycles. I'm Frankie, and I want to upcycle these pants right here in some kind of way. I'm thinking that I want to put some lace on them. So this time on these pants right here, normally I open them up this way. This time I'm going to open them up on the sides. Boop, boop. And the reason that being is because for some reason those side seams were different from these seams right here. They weren't double, so it's going to be easier to do it that way. Plus, they're a little bit too big up here. I mean, it's nice to have something too big till too small, so you can always take it up. But anyway, I might have to take it up in the waist a little bit. And I don't know if I want to leave it small-legged or not. Anyway, they hit you right about there. Did you see that? That's right about there. You didn't know I could do that. Anyway, I am going to upcycle these. So let's get to it. I've opened it up like here. What I plan on doing is using this lace material. This tablecloth. This is like a, I think it was a mantle. It went on your mantle. And I'm going to use that. I may use some of this. I don't know. I just picked these colors because they was all type creamy looking. Okay, so I put some pants on under here because I know you don't want to see all that mess. Anyway, this is what I'm working with. See? So up here at the top, like I said, it's a little too big up here. But I think what I can do is just go on the underside, cut me two little slits, put me a little elastic in there, and it'll cinch it up on both sides. Okay, I've cut me a piece of elastic about what I think I might need to, you know, to gather it up so it'll fit me in the hips. And so I've marked two spots right here, this side and this side, and then I'm gonna take my seam ripper and cut it open and slide my elastic in. I'll go ahead and zigzag this one down, and then I'll pull it over here, and then I'll zigzag this one down. Now this right here will be in the casing, so you won't see it. I'm gonna put it on this little gadget right here, and I'm gonna run it through. Now, if you don't have one of these, I got this off Temu, just use you a pen, and then you can run it through that way. Okay, so it's coming out right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. All right, so I got, sorry about that. I got that on there, and you know, it makes a little spot, but you know, not too bad. It's on there. And then when I know it's wrinkly like that, but you know, when you put them on, it's gonna stretch out. So that's gonna help me with my problem in the waist. So that way I ain't gotta cut the band, okay? All right, so on this front side to the back side, I am just fixing to take this one long piece of, let me see if I can back it up some. Okay, so I'm just going to take one long strip, and I'm just going to place it over here, and I'm just going to sew the whole thing down, and then I will go in through here so it won't be, you know, gappy and open, and I'll put some stitches up through here, and I'm just going to do one whole leg of this. Okay, so I couldn't do it on the whole leg up through there because this right here wouldn't lay flat, so I've got the bottom half done, so we'll work from there. Okay, so I'm just winging this as I go, and I got carried away with myself, thinking to myself, anyway, I put this on here and had a raw edge up here, and I didn't want it to, you know, I want it to look shabby, but not, you know, not to the point where it's falling apart. But anyway, I just took a piece of this that had the edging already done, and I just ran it through my serging machine, and then I just top stitched it on here. And so that's the front and the back of one side of my leg. Okay, I got another random piece that I cut off of that side over there. One side of it is, like I said, what's already on the tablecloth, and the other, where I cut it off, I just ran it through my serging machine, and I was too lazy to change it to cream, so I'm going with brown, and it don't matter to me. And so I'm just going to slap that on there some kind of way, and I'm going to sew it on, and we're going to keep going. Okay, so here is that piece that I said looked like it went on the mantle at one time. I've cut a piece of it off. I think I'm just going to start right here, and I'm going to sew it on the bottom, and then I'll take what's left and I'll just put it that way. All right, got that sewed on. Went ahead and cut me a little piece for that. I'm just fixing to zigzag it on. I'm just going to cut me out a cluster of these flowers right here. And I'm just going to place them on my pants somewhere. On second thought, I think I'll cut it out and make 2 of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut some more out. And that way I'll put them on there, and then I can sew them all on as I go. So let me cut some more of these little flowers out. All right, got a few more pinned, and I'm fixing to sew them on. Okay, so here's where we are right now. Okay, so let me scoot back a little further. Anyway, here's where we are. That's the front, and here's the back. There's the back. Let me put it on the table and I'll show you. But I'm gonna have to take a break, and I'm gonna go to my shed and I'm gonna get all my Easter stuff out, because we like to play games at Easter, and then I'll try to film some of it and show it to you, maybe, because I probably won't get these finished before tomorrow. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday, so you know, day Saturday. And we'll pick up where we left off. Okay, just waiting on everybody to get here for Easter. We're gonna have a good time. Happy Easter, everybody. Okay, so you know, originally I said I was going to use these fabrics right here on it because it was all cream, but I decided not to do that and just do it all in lace, and I think it turned out right pretty. However, I'm going to need a shirt to go with it, and I got this one at a thrift store, and I paid 50 cents for it. And the reason I paid 50 cents for it is because it had stains on it. It had a big old stain on the collar. It's a guy's shirt. And then it had real bad stains on the cuff. This must have been a sweater or a messy eater or something, I don't know. Anyway, I went ahead and cut the collar off. I went ahead and cut the cuffs off. And I ran it through the washing machine, bleached it real good. Now it's pretty and white. Now what I want to do is I want to add some of this curtain lace that's on here, just I think on the bottom, and maybe the cuffs, or maybe just the cuffs. So I'll just do one at a time and see how it's looking. You know, I don't want to overdo it, but I might have already overdone it on the pants, but I just think they're pretty. I like them, so I'm gonna go with that. Okay, we'll figure out what to do with the collar. Okay, before I start on my shirt, I'm gonna get these pants sewed up. And then, but first I want to add a little bit of trim to the bottom of these pant legs. So what I think I'm going to do is cut me about maybe 2 inches off of here. Okay, I've got my long strip cut out. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to serge this off so it'll have a nice clean edge and catch all of that lace. And I was too lazy again to change that color because it's not going to matter. I'm going to put it under here after I do that, and then I'll sew it to the underside. Okay, now that I've got that done, I've got a nice clean edge. Now I could just leave it like that. That's fine and dandy. It's a nice hem. Okay, so I've got those sewed on. And now what I'm fixing to do is sew these side seams up. Okay, I am going to probably cut it up to right about here on the butt, and then I'm going to go right up through here and cut it middle ways of this buttonhole and this buttonhole. You know what? Looks like I'm going to have to get out of my laziness. I'm going to have to change that brown over to white. Okay, I changed it from brown to white. I went around the bottom where I cut it off, the tail. I went around the sleeves, and I went around the neck. Okay, so I've got that hemmed. I'm going to take this piece. It's already got an edging on it, and I'm going to do it all the way around. Okay, I've got that done. And now I think I've got enough to go around the tail. And then I made these little cuffs right here. Okay, so this is what it's looking like before I sew it. I got it all pinned on. I'm fixing to sew all the way around them edges. Oops, excuse me, Sally B. I want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for sticking with me. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button, that like button, whatever you can find down there. I appreciate it. Until next time, God bless you, God bless your family, and y'all stay safe.